Good morning, everyone. It's Mitch. It's September 21st, and I'm here to talk about yesterday's action in college football. We saw, top to bottom coverage of the sport yesterday, and it was just pretty fantastic to get to see so many teams in action on the same day. We didn't get to see all of the top 10, but we certainly got to see most of them. We got to see them in some pretty good situations where we got a really good feel as to what exactly was going on and what the landscape looks like and what we can look like for the rest of the season. Georgia Bulldogs, Florida Gators. You guys are going to be a handful all year long, and we know it. Oklahoma and USC didn't play. We already know that they're a handful. Missouri, I'm not convinced. I think I'm less convinced than I was. Penn State, I think that you guys are great. I'd love to see you play somebody. Maybe this week at Illinois we find out a little more. Alabama, you guys mean business. Wow, some run stuffers up there on defense, some cornerback play. That's going to win you some games, no doubt about it. LSU Tigers going on the road into Auburn, not an easy place to play. Traditionally hard-hitting series, and wow, what a game that was! It really was. You guys found yourselves a quarterback, and you're gonna be a contender. So a lot of great teams up top. Brigham Young. Once again, these guys might be not only be BCS busters, these guys might have a stake to really play in the championship game. Utah is decent. They won at Air Force. They didn't cover the spread. We had Air Force and the points that we covered, so we don't mind them not covering the spread in that one. But they scored and they played like they needed to play. It's tough to win on the road. It is. Georgia, dominating from start to finish. Florida, dominating start to finish. Alabama, dominating start to finish. I mean, these were incredible things to see happen on the road. LSU, it was a little bit more of a fight for them. They didn't have, certainly didn't dominate from start to finish. But when it came time to get it done, you could see Les Miles' his whole attitude in that team saying, "We are here to win this game." And that is what Les said after the game. That's what Les says after every game. We come to win this game. We're not here to try and run the ball. We're not here to try and throw the ball. We're not here to play pass defense. We're not here to rush their passer. We are here to win this game. That is why we are here. And, his players, whatever it takes, he certainly knows how to get every bit of it out of them. So, it was an exciting week across the board. I think, I want to mention what happened in the South Florida International game. It's always a sad thing when a player gets hurt. I thought it was a really nice gesture of both coaches and both teams. They all met at midfield immediately when the injury happened as the ambulance was going off the field, did a little prayer, said a couple little things, got back to playing right away. And sure, they didn't lay off on the hitting any, in the game after that. But, it was just nice to say, you know what? Yeah, we don't really like each other. We've grown up playing each other. We're local teams, fairly local talent playing against each other. But at the same time, it's, there's something going on here that is a little bit bigger than the game. Actually, it's a lot bigger than the game. And just for the one minute, we could pay respects to this person as a human being and not as a football player of one team or another. It was great to see. The opposite of that, Greg Schiano over in Rutgers. I'm not so sure I like what's going on over there. The wheels are coming off the cart. You're losing control of the whole situation. When you have your own players punching each other, that is not a good sign. It's not a good sign to be the head coach of that team. You had some great offers on the table. I don't know what the repercussions are going to be. I'm going to imagine that Mike Teal is going to be gone for a very long time from that team, if not permanently. But Greg Schiano, I think your reputation as the commander-in-chief of that team has been somewhat tarnished by the entire incident as well. And it's sad that's what it's come to, but that is what it is. And I'm just, I always keep it real here, and I just call it what it is. I'm a big fan of yours, but I'm not a fan of what happened after that game yesterday. Losing to Navy, yeah, you guys are obviously in a downward spiral right now. But to see it leak out to that level, that was just sad to see. In any event, I'm not going to harp on any of this stuff too much. I got a whole week to talk about all what happened in college football this past week, recapping, because this upcoming week there's just not a lot to look forward to. We got Alabama. Georgia is a big game, but there's a big drop-off after that. So this is Mitch, and thanks for joining me, and I'll be seeing you all week talking college football.